Hello, Davidi.
Hey, can you hear me, mate?
Whoa, loud. Okay, you give me 1 second. So before you say anything, please. Hello?
Better?
Ah, no, that was a microphone. Try now.
Better?
Ah, that's better.
Alright, mate.
Okay, well, that was
Okay,
interesting. I think.
so we'll just jump right back into it. So I am still network is down. People are like, "Oh my god, update." So Brewmaster nerf, good, nerf him. Uh, Broodmother,
Right.
can
Okay.
you? Yeah, you
Yeah.
take it. Take
Let
it,
me do this. So it's
please.
just again they're fiddling around with how spin webs works. First of all, mana cost interestingly is no longer going to be an issue. Instead of having four charges, instead of having a 30-second cooldown to the spell, you have four charges with a 40-second replenish time. So like Ember Spirits,
Mhm.
or something like
Mhm.
that, which is huge. That's brilliant for Broodmother because it means that you can now drop webs one after the other, up to four,
Mhm.
if you've got them all,
Mhm.
saved up. They're generally nerfs in terms of what happens in lane. It's basically now if you get spotted out, it takes much longer for you to get back into being hidden. But when you're hidden, you can go a lot faster. So it's a bit iffy. But the huge thing, and the thing that I think is going to make Broodmother come back, because it's exactly what she needs, because it enables her to spread out where she wants into the jungle or mid lane or something like that, is she can now selectively destroy webs. So it's no longer
Oh yeah,
just
I know that was a big concern.
the most longest to go one is destroyed when you lay a new web. You can now say, all right, I want to get rid of that one and then make this one, and that is huge because if you imagine it, you've got a brood mother. She always has to have webs. So when you do finally need to come and join the team for a fight and you drop a web for it, you're destroying what was left back at the previous place. And when you want to go from your tower to tier 2, it's a lot more efficient to have a route through the jungle than it is to
Right. Right.
follow via tier 1. It's just huge. Like I'm going to be
Right.
playing so much Broodmother now.
Thanks.
I don't know if it will be perfect. Obviously, this is a hero that they just want to change every time they do a change, and they're still not getting the impression they're satisfied. Obviously, but someday she'll be in captain's mode, and
One day.
that'll be the
I'll be
TI.
glad when she's in captain's mode. For good or for bad, she should just be in captain's mode, and we'll deal with it and move on with our lives. I don't like heroes not in
You will
captain's mode. I'm
try.
ready to just bring them in and nerf them or buff them or more small patch updates for it. But let's just get everybody in. Anyway, moving forward. Moving forward. Centaur Warrunner, mana Stampede mana cost infinity 8100. I think that's a good small nerf. That seems very reasonable.
Hmm.
Okay, Chaos Knight, illusion duration increase. Good, good, good buff.
Hmm.
Make him
Agreed.
more powerful. Good. Patience duration. I don't play enough Chin. I'm sorry. Penitence,
Can
not
I
patience.
summarize this for you?
Penitence. Please.
Penitence, blah 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 blah. Aghanim Scepter now allows Holy Persuasion to target ancients.
What?
Yes. That last, I don't play Chen either. I apologize to Chen players. But blah blah
Whoa.
blah 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 blah. Aghanim Scepter now allows Holy Persuasion to target ancient creeps. One ancient creep per level of
And
Hand of
well,
God.
also he can target the mud golems.
Yes. Like
Whoa.
that's going to be any magic creep. So you can have the massive tank of those magic immune mud golems. I mean,
Whoa.
they're all magic immune. Now that I think about it,
Right.
you can
Right.
have the massive damage of that giant bloody dragon.
But you
It's
can do mud
huge.
golems without aghanims.
What the giant mud golems? The
No, just the
ancients?
normal mud golems.
Oh right, yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, but now you can get instead of the little Weasley one, you can get the
But
the
I'm
level
saying
11
you
raid
couldn't do
boss.
mud golems before as Chin. It was you couldn't do the small mud golems
Oh, I
until this
really
update.
need to play some Chen.
The point
Okay,
above the Aghanim Scepter.
well, I'm not sure then whether or not you'll be able to take the ancient ones, whether or not you'll be able to take the.
No, I'm sure you can't target the ancients.
Oh, there it is. Holy
Um,
Persuasion is no longer
yeah,
restricted from targeting
yeah.
stone
Right
immune
above it.
neutral
Yes,
creeps. Yeah, right.
yes.
Okay, that's pretty
Okay,
huge as well. Yeah,
yeah. Okay, cool, good.
yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Clinks.
Okay. Well, I also just want to say Chin's Aghanims was already really good, but this means if you're playing Chin, get Aghanims. Just do it. Anyway, Clinks. Oh, they got the Huskar effect, boys.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good. I'm
The
about done with
Ursa
attack
Cursor.
modifiers. We can get rid of all of them, and I won't cry and nerf or buff accordingly. I think it's kind of a dumb mechanic, but
Yeah.
cool, awesome.
You say that up until my lifesteal crit Tidebringer,
You can
everything,
crit.
you know,
No, you can't.
Desolator,
Yeah,
poison
yeah, I
attack,
get it.
everything hits you.
Well, then nerf or buff or whatever. That's not my problem. Okay, but yes, fair enough. All
Sure,
right,
fair play.
Clockwork. Clinks is cool. I like it. Good.
Hmm.
Hook shot. I wonder if you'll build lifesteal on. What you build? Deso?
That's interesting. Yeah, I was wondering about that because it wouldn't
I
be
guess
any of your
Deso.
DOTs or even necessarily your slowest because Clinks is all about you
Yeah.
appear and you burst them down in about 2 seconds flat. Them running
I mean,
isn't
I
even an
could.
issue.
You could already do Scotty, so that's not. Scotty is nice because for the slow, but you don't need. You already can. You
Hmm.
already could do Scotty.
I think it'll be
Well,
Lifesteal or Deso. Maybe
yeah.
crits.
You could build
You
crit
could build
on
crits
Clinks.
before. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Hookshot now pulls Clockwork to neutral creeps normally, like any unit.
I don't really.
I didn't realize that they didn't actually. Maybe
Oh yeah, I
I'm
didn't
a,
know that. Okay,
maybe
cool. So you
I'm a
can block with
terrible.
neutrals.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
whatever.
like that. Good mechanic.
That's kind of a nerf, and I don't think he was. Might give him a little buff along with that, I'd say. But
Yeah, I would agree.
okay, screw Clockwork, I guess. All right.
Yep.
Crystal Maiden, frostbite damage interval 70 per 1 second to 50 point per. So that's a buff.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Freezing field explosion radius. Okay, Crystal Maiden's back. Good. I love having Crystal Maidens on my team. Makes me happy.
It's little. Literal. Let's be real here.
Whoa! Wait a second. Hold
Yeah.
on.
This next one confused me a little bit.
No. Okay, do this. Okay. Take your mouse
Yeah.
and select text on the Darkseer bullet.
Well, that's weird.
It's because it's vacuum. Get it?
I get it. Can I just point something out to you though? This is why it was confusing me before. I hadn't noticed that, but that's really that's pretty cool. But
It's a
you
joke,
realize
right?
what it
Because
says, right?
they're always yeah. I know it's a joke because you know how they
Yeah, yeah.
nerfed vacuum like every patch. This is the joke. So
Okay.
this is just for fun.
Okay. I guess it's okay.
That's the joke.
I forgive it. All right. Dagger
It's a joke.
Dazzle.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha
Alright.
ha ha. I like it. I like the graphics.
So Ag's buff on Dazzle. Good. He needs a buff. Weave needs a buff. Ag's Weave needs a buff. Cool. Great. Exorcism cooldown increased. That sounds like a good nerf. That sounds about right. Alright.
Oh.
Doom now requires Aghanim Scepter to disable passives.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Whoa!
I'm really not happy. It still disables items, which is kind of huge.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Get nerfed.
Yeah. I don't. What I would have liked to
nerfed.
see here. This is my take on it. I would have liked. I kind of like it actually. I'm fine with it not disabling passive.
And a cast point increase. Ooh.
Yeah.
Got Morphling, Doom. You got Morphlinged.
Is that going to be like the trend
Ooh.
for this? It's always just going to be got Morphlinged, got Drow Rangered, got Magnus, and I'm not going to have any idea.
Wow. Now, this was way tougher than what they did to Magnus. This is way tougher.
So okay,
That hurts.
here's my take. I would like it if it still disabled items, which it does, and if they halve the cooldown and halve the mana cost.
Oh,
Because
no, come on, that's ridiculous.
no, it's not.
That'd
It
be
doesn't
ridiculous
disable
buff.
passives.
Oh, come
so
on.
so now it doesn't
Please.
stop Viper, Spectre, Centaur from being effective. It doesn't stop Bristleback from doing everything.
That's ridiculous.
So
come
like
on.
it,
They half the cooldown. That would be insane.
I think that would be
buff.
reasonable because it's single target. Because now you're just in a situation where, well, what on earth would you ever pick Doom for?
Lots of things. It's just Morphling, Storm Spirit, Timbersaw.
Silencers. I mean, I'm not happy with this. I think like okay, if nothing else, if you're going to nerf something on a hero who is not OP, call him OP and I'll kill you. Then you give him a bit of a buff as well. Fair enough to change it. I kind of agree with the change, but they should make it
a massive nerf. I agree it's a massive nerf, but what you're talking about would be ridiculous overcompensation. Half cooldown would be insane.
I don't think so. It would mean that you'd have 2 enemy heroes doomed instead of 1. But what it would mean is that those are just heroes that they still benefit from their items. There's still going to be a 30-second cooldown, so you're not going to have to deal with it at the same time. It's just something that he's able to throw out a little bit more.
The whole point of Doom is that he's all single target. Like he has this big. That's what Doom is. It's a single target thing.
Well, they've just ruined it.
Okay.
They've just ruined it. They've broken it, David.
I'm sorry. I feel your pain, but I'm not gonna go along with that crazy plan. No.
Okay, fine. Anyway, Drow Ranger, Frost Arrow slow increase.
Frost buff.
It's just a slow increase. Like I don't really care.
Good.
Straight up.
That's pretty meaningful. No, that's nice.
No,
not
it's
huge,
not,
but
because
it's
she's a
nice.
late game hero, and
Okay, Earth
at late
Spirit.
game
You
it's
know
a
what? I'm
sector.
not gonna read
I'm
Earth Spirit
I'm not even
changes
gonna try.
because I don't. It's too long. Everything on Earth Spirit is too long, and he's not in captive mode, and I don't know what his abilities do now. Nope, I'm just not gonna read
Nope,
it. Okay,
nope,
Earth
nope,
Spirit. They did some Earth Spirit
nope.
things.
I
Eventually, they're gonna be done with him. God knows when.
Yeah, like somebody who plays Earth Spirit, please tell us what he does and what this means.
Yeah, like tell me
I
what
I
his
have
abilities
no
do
idea.
now, and
Like
then you
there
can
was
explain what the changes
some
are.
change before turned him from someone who was ridiculously OP to someone who was absolutely rubbish because the cooldowns no longer worked or something. I don't know. This maybe
Yeah,
changes it all back. I don't know. You tell
yeah,
me.
good. I'm
Okay.
sure this is really important for something about Earth Spirit.
Okay.
Okay, Earthshaker. Fissure no longer has unit targeting. Ooh, but it's no longer by Lincoln Sphere. Ooh,
Ah,
I
you,
like
you
this.
should never have targeted Fissure at the unit anyway.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that anyway, so that's good.
So meh.
And it's not
It's
buff.
a
Yeah,
buff.
great, cool.
It's a
I
buff.
like it.
Go Earthshakers.
It's it's a buff, and it makes it. You have to actually use it as a skill shot, which is what it should have been done anyway. It's
Yes,
good. I'm
that's
with you.
what I mean by a buff. It's like to all intents and practical purposes, if you know what you're doing and you're
Yeah.
everything like put it this way,
Well, it
if
did.
you were
Fissure
using
wasn't
Yuga
blocked by
targeting for
Lincoln Sphere. No,
no,
no.
put it this
Fissure
way.
wasn't blocked by Lincoln Sphere before. If you didn't hero target it, it was still not blocked by Lincoln Sphere. I'm pretty sure.
So you would still be stunned by it unless it was
Yes.
hero targeted.
Unless it was hero targeted. So it's really just basically. I think the second point is really just an extension of the first. But it's good. I think it's still good.
I'm
It's
not
a
sure
good
that's
change.
correct, but you might be
Maybe
right.
that's not true.
Anyway,
But anyway,
all right, Elder
Aghanim
Titan.
Scepter, Elder Titan.
I really like this.
Causes
Added
units that are
Aghanim
pulled in by
Scepter.
Earth Slitter to be disarmed being slowed. Cool. Good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Slow disarmed. Great. I like it. Good.
Love it. Yep.
Natural armor reduction increased.
Increase.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Just at low
Increased.
levels because
Okay.
it was always 100% at level 4.
Elder Titan's back, boys.
Yep, I love this. And the natural
And
magic
tangent movement speed
resistance.
increase. I mean, okay. I don't think she was that bad. She was kind of in the meta before.
Yeah,
But okay.
whatever, 5. I don't care.
Alright, Enigma, get nerfed.
These are rebalances. I wouldn't pay a huge amount of attention to them.
Midnight Pulse cooldown increased. That's big. That's a big deal.
Look,
That really
when you
affects
say
the
it's a
ability
big
to
deal,
counter
what you
push.
mean is there are, in a significantly large number of games, there are going to be games where the 10-second difference is going to totally change things. And that's just not true. Like, it's interesting. I think that the key one here is... there isn't really a key one. It's just stuff, really. The damage is a bit different. The mana cost is a bit different.
Minimum damage area reduce, rebalanced 275. I think this is a not huge, but it's a nerf. It's a small nerf, but it's there, which is good. He needed a small nerf. But okay, fine, got it. I like the cooldown increase. I think that's the most important thing. But okay, Faceless Void get nerfed. Area of effect. Okay. Flying vision area reduced. Okay, I don't even think anyone used flying vision that much. Oh wait. Oh wait.
No,
Well, okay.
it's
No,
quite
that's
significant. What it means is that the flying vision are now going to be directed solely on the chrono. So if you imagine a big team fight at the tier 1 mid,
yeah. No, I see.
if the chrono doesn't go up onto the cliffs next to it, then you're not going to get any vision of the cliffs next to it. So I can, after just saying that, oh well, we should only be talking about stuff that always happens, and that admittedly is going to be fairly rare, but I think it makes sense. If
Chronosphere no longer disables passives.
They don't like people disabling passives, apparently.
That means it no longer disables evasion.
Passive evasion? Yeah, you're right.
All evasion is passive. Or go, I see what you mean. Not evasion on Faceless, but yeah. Well, it doesn't disable this passive on Faceless Void, does it? Well, like if he gets blinding lighted, does he still miss?
What? I mean, yes, no. What?
Right now, Faceless Void cannot miss in Chronosphere.
Yes,
okay?
it hasn't taken out the True Strike, so he's still got True Strike. That would always be true.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes. Chronosphere no longer disables passives, so if he's hitting Viper, he'll get Corrosive Skin. If he's hitting Centaur, he'll get Returned.
Alright.
If he's hitting...
Well, that means it's bad against Tiny.
Dragon Knight.
No, Tiny already went through in Chronosphere.
Yes, it did. So that must have been a special passive that just went through.
And the
point yes, because that was
a big debate about this. Okay, it's a nerf. Dude got nerfed.
It's
it's
a big
pretty
nerf.
Reasonable though.
It's a big
pretty
nerf.
Reasonable nerfs, I would say.
I don't think it's gonna be huge, but it's a big nerf. It's a fairly big nerf.
This is good. I think this is pretty good. All right. Homing missile damage increased. Oh wow. Okay, because that spell wasn't good enough already. Okay. I mean, I know no one plays
Yeah,
Gyrocopter, but there are other ways.
500 damage is huge.
It was already pretty good, dude. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Huskar. All right. Rework everything. Uh-oh. Looks like a bunch of buffs. Life break damage reduced though. Agonist are still the same.
And in fact, the life break
Balanced.
damage is now equal. So it's now 35 to you and 35 to your opponent.
Okay.
So I think that's a huge bit of a nerf. It makes it much harder to.
Yeah, but it was really the life break wasn't that big of a deal on Huskar. I mean, whatever. I don't want to get into that too much. But okay, life break slow duration rebalanced from to okay. All right. I think it's a buff overall. I think it's a buff overall. That attack speed bonus is what really matters, honestly.
Mhm.
And it's 14 at level 1.
It's huge.
Yep. Okay. Tornado. Flying vision, Verf, Invoker more. Tornado damage from 2 times Wex plus cost. Wow, Nerf Invoker. He wasn't that strong. But okay. Nerf Invoker. He's still strong. Okay. Dual Brace movement attack speed rebalanced. I expected more to be done with Jakiro. They just left him the way it was.
Yeah. No, they're happy with Jakiro as he is, and I think
Okay.
they're right to be.
I'm not complaining. I'm
He's
gonna
actually
keep picking
better now
Jakiro.
at level 4. 40%
Yeah, I'm
attack
gonna.
speed slow is
That's
huge on a
good.
right click carry.
This is good. This is a buff. This is
Yeah.
a buff. There's no
Huge.
way around it. Okay. Were you guys paying attention for the last 2 weeks
when
when
you were...
everyone was picking Jakiro and every role they could find for him?
Hey, you got
All
that
right.
from Scooter. You got that from Scooter, and you know it.
I got that from everyone in the professional Dota scene.
Okay, Juggernaut. The following abilities
All right.
no longer cancel Blade Fury, and I have to admit, I didn't know that all of these did. Chronosphere, Toss, Black Hole, Global Silence, and Doom, and the Blade Fury cooldown is reduced from
Oh,
30,
wow.
27,
Okay,
24,
that's a
21
buff.
to 30,
That's a buff,
26,
boys.
22, 18.
That's
Okay,
a buff.
the Blade Fury cooldown, in my opinion, not that significant. Certainly not going to change
Does
the
this
early
mean
game because of
does
the
this mean
mana.
there's a counter to Chronosphere?
Yeah, it works nicely as a counter to Chronosphere. I like also the idea
Although it
of
doesn't really
tiny jug
matter. We can
combos.
still walk out though.
I really like
Can
tiny
you
jug combos.
wait? But if you, I hear you, and that's good. And I want to stick at this Chronosphere for a second. You can't move in Chronosphere. You're just
No.
still spinning.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
But if Void has chronoed you, unless there are a bunch of his creeps around, he's going to be taking
Right.
all of the damage. So that's actually, fairly big. But again, I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be like the big Chronosphere counter because late game
You have
the
to
damage
see
is
it
negligible.
coming. Yeah, I agree. It's not that big of a deal, but okay.
Yeah, it's fair. And also, I don't think the cooldown is huge. I really don't. Like 18
No, it's not
seconds.
huge.
Yeah, okay, that might make a difference in some team fight late game, but
Yeah, not really a big
yeah,
difference.
it's not
But
huge.
okay, all right. Mana leak mana removal percentage increased. Cool, buff him. Mana leak duration increased. They before okay, okay. If they took PL out of Captain's mode, I'm gonna cry. But okay, they probably did. All right, mana leak duration increased from 4, 5, 6, 7 to 5, 6, 7. Okay. Recall can now target invulnerable allies. Cool. Knockback increased. Cool. All right, Kunkka. Extract spot cooldown decreased because Kunkka wasn't good. Who said Kunkka wasn't good?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's interesting though. Like,
Also, there's no verb in this sentence.
like, yeah, it should say rescaled. I don't think this is going to make any bloody difference at all, in my personal opinion.
No, it's not. Well, no, Xbox is really good late.
Yes.
I disagree. I think it's a buff. I think
Okay,
it's
so
not
over
huge, but I think
the
it's a
course
buff.
of a minute, he could do. No, it would take him.
You know the thing Kunkka
If
do
you were
where they
slow
just
sieging,
X crit,
yeah.
X crit.
Like, if you
for
were,
tower for defense, for siege, for split push, it's nice.
I'm getting people who are watching this or just looking at the thing ahead, just sending me messages about stuff I know is coming. It's pretty hard not to mention it.
Right, okay.
But put it this way, like if you were doing a slow siege on the enemy on the enemy top, on the enemy tier 3s, and you were using the X marks the spot, X, blink in, get your crit off, X back.
Which is what everyone does all the time
Yeah,
now.
that would be great. You'd get one extra one of these every 2 minutes.
That's
so
not.
it's
that's
not
nothing.
small. It's not.
It's definitely something.
Fine, but like whatever. Seriously.
You're just a Kunkka player. Okay, whatever.
He was.
Needs commander enabled in captain's mode.
What?
What? Oh, you have more to say about Kunkka?
Yeah, that's interesting. And duel no longer disables passives.
Dude, forget passives, man. Passives
Forget
are
passives.
OP. Overrun
Everything's
odds
about
base
passive.
damage is what? Decreased. There's no verb in this sentence. Come on, Valve, get your mess together. Crazy attack
Rescaled.
mana cost.
Again, rescaled.
Wow, nerf, nerf, nerf.
Oh no, increased.
Nerf,
Nope,
nerf, nerf.
decreased. Just nerf, nerf, nerf. You're right.
Okay. Well, alright. Well, I'm glad she's in though. I can start playing
Mhm.
Legion Commander. I like Legion Commander,
Mhm.
although I don't know if she's any good anymore. Alright, Flash Rack. Pulse Nova damage increased. Okay. Buff him. Ooh, that's tough on Pulse Nova. That's really tough. The second point? That's like a nerf, basically. I don't know about that.
Um,
I don't know about
Pulse
this.
Nova.
That mana activation cost, that's a huge deal.
Well, it was always 111, and now it's 70, 90, 111.
Oh, it's reduced. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I read it the
Well, no,
other way around. I mean,
it'll be the same at level 3, but
I read
now
it. I read
it'll
it.
be
I read
cheaper
it
at
the
level
other
1.
way around.
Yeah,
That it was 70 and now it's 110. Okay. Okay. Cool. Good. Great. Buff him. He needs it. Lich. Now so his range here is the full amount. Good. Lena. Increased cast range. Oh, to 625. Perfect. Okay. Likely ray stun duration increased.
I like that. It's a tough stun to land. I think you should be
Good.
rewarding
Buff
for
her.
landing it.
Agreed. And it's more powerful late game, which is what she just falls off too much. She shouldn't. She's supposed to be relatively scalable.
Mhm.
So good. Earth spike damage increased on Lion. Cool. Lone Druid. Baron has 300 mana.
Which, okay, no,
Okay.
stop. That's huge.
I don't know. No, Lone Druid. I don't know.
Bear now has mech.
Oh.
Bear now has pipe.
Oh.
Bear now has
Build that
fucking
mech then.
Lincolns if you want. Like, Bear can have anything that he can cast for 300 mana, and that is massive.
Cool.
Secondly, Spirit Bear using Hand of Midas now grants XP
Yeah, I
to
see
the
that.
Lone
Yeah, yeah.
Druid.
Great.
That had never occurred
Both
to me as
Midas
something that
man.
would hurt Lone Druid players, but you can
Go
see it.
agreed.
That would
Go
be
all
huge.
the way agreed.
Yeah.
Double Midas. Too strong.
Because of course the Midas is 2.5 times XP.
Right.
So you always use it on the largest creep, and that can be worth 3 lane
I'm
creeps.
gonna be so
It's
excited
huge.
the first pro game where the Lone Druid goes double Midas. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be fun
know.
to watch.
It's gonna be massive.
Alright. Shapeshift no longer grasp. Oh wow, get nerfed.
Yeah.
Shapeshift cooldown increased. Get nerfed.
Yeah.
Speed. Whoa. Oh well, speed increased, but still get nerfed.
Yeah.
1.5 seconds transformation time.
Yeah.
Wow. Get morphling Lycan.
So I'm
That
interested. I'm interested to know whether he's
Whoa.
immune during the transformation time.
I'm
Like,
sure he's not.
well, I mean, Brew
I'm
is.
sure he's not.
Brew's immune.
Ye-
They could
Ooh.
go one way or the other on it.
Well,
But yeah,
whether it
he
is or
got
it
nerfed.
doesn't matter. It's
He
still
got
a
nerfed.
huge nerf.
Like that 1.5 base attack time is
They're done with
is
these Lycan picks. They're
terrible.
like, all right,
Yep.
we heard you. No more Lycan. Yikes.
Mhm.
Empowered no longer spell immunity. Cool. Power mana cross rescaled. Okay. I think we wanted more help for Magnus because people like Magnus.
I
Okay.
think that's big. I think that's huge. I love that. What they were doing with Blood Rage in the previous patch. The positive buffs that
Yeah.
you pick up heroes for.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
no longer a choice between that and BKB for your carry. They can have both.
No, I think that's great. I think it's awesome. All right. Medusa. I hate Medusa. Mana shield damage absorption buff. Buff. Small nerf. Buff. Oh no,
Yep,
not
they're trying
more
to bring her
Medusa.
back. But what they're doing though is it's going to be much harder to play the hero well because Medusa in lane depends on Mystic Snake.
Yes.
What they've done with the damage absorption rate is both a buff and a nerf. Because okay, you can say okay, yeah, great, she's going to survive better, but it is also going to mean that her mana is going to drop quicker. She's going to have to land those Mystic Snakes
Yeah.
to offset any kind
They're
of
not
damage that she
hard
takes.
to land though. They're just not hard. I don't know. I don't play
True,
Medusa,
but
so.
I think it's going to be one of those things where if you get her low on mana, she's going to start to suffer more, and it's going to be harder for her to come back.
Well,
So I think that it's
everybody
going to
build
make
Diffusal
her
Blade.
harder to play and more vulnerable to mana drain strats as a nerf. That's the nerf side
Well,
of things.
fine, whatever.
But definitely more playable now, and if you can do it,
I gotta
much
learn to play
easier
Medusa.
to.
I really need to learn to play Medusa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always liked Medusa.
Meepo clones. Okay, I don't play the Meepo, but I get it. Cool.
Power
Great.
treads, etc.
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah, I got it.
Whatever.
All right. Leap speed. Oh, nerf Mirana. Okay. Rebalanced.
Like-
nerf.
I'm
But
quite
what's
interested in what this new leap speed is going to look like. Just kind of like slow, graceful.
It's still pretty fast.
Yeah,
But
still
yeah, it'll
pretty
be cooler.
fast.
It'll be cooler to watch, though. I like it, though. I think it'd be cool if you could see her leap better.
But at level 4, she's going to be leaping slower, but going further.
Oh, get nerf natures. Oh, come on, he wasn't that good.
It's a
Man.
minor thing. I kind of like that actually. I've always felt I didn't actually realize they had
Actually, pretty
20% magic
meaningful.
resistance.
This means magic
It is.
clearing.
It's really meaningful because most of
Clearing.
your
It's pretty
AOE
meaningful.
is magic, so they're really bloody hard to
Yeah.
get off your tower.
Oh man. All right, whatever. Constant 30 seconds to necro. I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf.
Oh, that's huge.
I guess
Like,
that's a buff.
think about it. You would have to be on a
Oh wait,
100
now that I think
second
about it, yeah, that is
cooldown
pretty big. Well,
in
that
order
is
for
big.
that to be, or their cooldown would have to be more than 100 seconds for it to be a nerf.
Yeah, you're right. It's basically okay. All right,
Right?
cool.
So it's a massive buff.
Well, fine.
More than that, imagine it.
He was
So imagine
already
he gets
so
to kill
good in
at
pubs,
level
though.
6.
He's
right?
already so good in pubs.
The enemy mid who just got killed, instead of coming back after something
Can't
like
we just
25
nerf
seconds,
one of his pub abilities though
is-
at the same time? Can't we nerf the aura or something? Because he's so good in pubs.
yeah, sure.
Get the highest win
But
rate.
seriously though, just
I
think
get
about
it. It's a buff. I get it. I see the math. I get it. But I don't like. Okay, now we're just making him better. I know that no one plays it at a professional level. But could we nerf one of his pub abilities?
I don't think so. I think he's not that great.
Okay.
Like he's fairly. I think that the point just to be made there though is just how effective that is going to be early game, when an extra 30 seconds more than doubles the cooldown.
I get it.
That's huge, ridiculous. Night Stalker, yeah.
Get buffed. Good for Night Stalker.
Yep.
Although I hate Night Stalker. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm sad. I hate Night Stalker, and I'm sad he's gonna be back in the game if people start playing him. But whatever.
Oh, wow. Check out that first Okamei thing. I hadn't actually seen that yet.
Alright, base HP regeneration. Ooh, oh, so now he's like fucking
Mr. Tank.
Axe and Ricky and stuff.
Mm.
Alright, Fire Blast.
Oh, we'll
damage
get to
reduced.
Ricky, Davidi.
Oh,
We'll
no.
get to Ricky.
Oh no, no, okay, alright, okay. Fire Blast damage reduced from, okay, it's reduced. Good. Stupid multicast, I hate that thing.
No, but
I don't know what
increased.
Multicast spread interval.
Increased, bro.
Increased? Oh! Come on!
The numbers 25 to 40.
I hate multicast.
40 to 50, 50 to 60.
It's just like, come on. Come on. Stupid.
It's huge.
He's
legit
game.
now.
Dude.
He's legit.
He's late gaming now.
Hmm.
He's legit. Dude is straight late game. Alright. Alright, base armor increase. Good for him. Purification.
Yep.
Good. Bigger AoE. Cool.
I like that. Yeah.
Just a little more focus on using purification as a offensive ability. Awesome. Great.
Yep.
Hour Devourer. Essence or a chance to activate increase. Whoa, that's a big buff.
Well, and then
Essence or percentage is reduced from. Oh, okay. Alright, okay.
It's a rebound.
Cool.
I've been thinking about this. I think it's a buff.
I like it.
I think it's a way that you can start spamming your Q with just about 2 or 3 points in Essence Aura if you go for a lot of mana pool items early. Like the raw intelligence items, I mean.
Aghanim Scepter, Sanity's increase now always triggers the mana drain. I don't even know Sanity's increase had a mana drain.
We're getting that weird beeping back. I play out World of Arrow a lot. I didn't either, so give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go. That always triggers the mana. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, Sanity's Eclipse. Deals damage to enemy heroes in an area of effect based on the difference between the Harbinger and the affected hero's intelligence. If the hero takes less than the damage threshold, that hero loses 75% of its current mana. Okay, so there was a set threshold for a percentage threshold for damage taken, and if you lost,
he needs a little nerf. That sounds like a good type of nerf because I didn't even know how it worked beforehand. So good, I like.
Well, no. This is a buff. This is a huge buff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant to say.
He needs a buff.
Sounds like a good buff. I like it. I get it. Good.
Although, can I just say one thing? Because this is one of my heroes. Aghanim Scepter on OD is awful. Really bad. And I don't think this changes that.
Oh, this is only with Ags.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. Okay,
like,
well, maybe not then.
Maybe. If you're thinking start this off, or the other team has got a load of casters and they're really mana dependent, then it could be huge. And the stats on Aghanim Scepter are never bad.
I think it's still good. Because it's setting him up to be. This is now a mechanic they can fiddle with to buff and nerf in the future.
Absolutely.
I think it's a good change.
It's a good
agree
change,
that's not that big of a deal yet, but let's start messing with this more.
Yeah, and I don't want them to just increase, because what the Ags did before was I think it just increased the intelligence difference multiplier from 10 to 11, which was nothing. And I don't want them to increase it up to 20 or 15 or something, because that would be too much. So I like that they're doing something like this. Yeah. Phantom Assassin.
Blurring out how good this is good, because I hated the old blur. It was so stupid.
It didn't make any sense.
This is good.
I agree.
This makes way more sense. It's more logical. I like it. It's a nerf, but I like it.
No, it's a buff.
Maybe.
Or
No,
is it
it's a
different?
change.
Think about this. The only time when it was relevant before was when one of your heroes was near, right? So
Yes.
most of the time I saw that realistically in game, it was when there was a team fight and maybe I was back at base trying to come in, trying to work out where everyone was, and I couldn't do it from the minimap because PA was
Well,
invis or
my
something like
problem
that.
was when I would like be
What this
chasing her
means
through the
now,
jungle, and I was like, she's
okay, but
hiding behind the tree somewhere, and I'm waiting for her to pop out on the minimap, and she never does, and she
okay,
just
but
walks away.
what
Like,
it
oh, she
means
just walked right
now
past you.
is she can just go straight past wards. Because think about it, you don't watch wards. You watch wards on
Oh
your
yeah.
minimap. And now
It's a
she can just go straight past them.
it's a good change though. This
It,
makes
it,
sense.
I
This is
love
a
it. It makes more
better.
sense for various reasons. But it basically means that you're gonna what it means now is the only time you're gonna see her on the minimap is just before she gets you, or just before you get her. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that. But to me, if I'm chasing her, then I'm looking on my screen, not my minimap. I don't know. Maybe it's
Okay.
gonna affect different people differently depending on how they use their
Okay.
minimap.
I think it's a buff actually. Now I think about it, you're right. That could be a problem. I think she's gonna be really good again.
Yeah,
But okay.
I'm
All right.
wondering whether
It's a
people are
good
gonna
change.
try and force her to be a mid
I don't know.
and do a lot
Eh.
of ganking with her.
I
I
don't
don't know.
agree
It's
with
gonna
you
be
that the
interesting.
mid is the person that should always be the ganker. I think
Possibly not,
one
but
should be the ganker as much.
but the mid is the one who can get the most out of being able to avoid wards in moving to his ganks.
Really early on, just true. All right, whatever. Okay.
Anyway,
All right, let's
whatever.
move
Yeah,
on.
it's going to depend a lot on playstyle.
All right, Fire Lancer. Mm, not happy. Why? Why? What was wrong with Phantom Lancer?
It's because of all the changes they've done.
I know, but what was wrong? He's a good hero. I like Phantom Lancer.
I'm with you, man. Well, no, I'm not entirely with you. I like this as well. It's evolution of the game. There was nothing wrong with how he was
Stupid
before.
Gaping.
If this is really unpopular, they'll
There's
go
nothing wrong
back.
with him except for the fact that he was awesome and cool and fun to play. There's so like where what happened to the true split pushers? Where are the rats? What have we done to them?
They are still there. I don't
No,
think you're
they're
going to be a
not.
very popular
All the
stream if you say
rats.
things like that.
They're not. They're not. They're not. They were not. We can't rat anymore. They're not letting us be just. I don't want to fight. I don't like fighting. I don't want to show up to fights. You guys do that. You hit each other with your swords and stuff. That's great. I'm gonna go take the towers and run away. It's good. I know that. I'm smart. I have bad reflexes, so that's good for me. I don't want to be involved in the team fighting. Can I just play a different game?
Okay. Anyway,
Is that okay?
let's actually look at this because it's important.
Stupid. Fancy.
Because he's
All
totally different now. Totally different.
All right. Okay.
Agility
So,
gain reduced from 4.2
boo.
to 3.
Boo.
Base agility increased from 23 to 29.
Not enough. Not enough.
Not enough. Base
All right.
strength increased from 18 to 21, which
Not
makes sense
enough.
given
That
his
agility
new
game was
role.
ridiculous. That was some OP agility game.
Yeah. Okay, Spirit
Okay,
Lance is
alright.
unchanged. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, I guess. Spirit Lance was never that great, but fine.
Right. Phantom Rush, a passive basic ability for Phantom Lancer and his illusions.
Okay.
It's got a cooldown with a 16 at level 1, 12,
Yeah,
and 8, and 4.
Triggers when issuing attack order on an enemy outside of an attack range. Grants bonus movement speed and phase. The Phantom Lancer strikes his target.
So
Okay.
basically, what him or his illusions can now do, if they are between
Cool.
300
That's cool.
and
I like that.
600, 700, 800, 900, for no mana, they can rush really fast to a
I
target
like it. I
through
like it.
enemy
I like it.
units.
Cool.
great.
Cool. I liked it. It means micro. You can with more actual micro. That's important.
Yeah, and it can be so confusing as well.
Yeah. Cool.
I
like
really
it.
like that.
So, but it also can be used as an escape. You can only escape to an enemy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, whether or not you could use it to
You could,
on a
but it'd be
deniable
hard.
creep, but I don't think so. It's got to be an enemy unit. It probably could be a neutral creep if you're in the jungle.
Yeah.
Right. Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. Okay.
A new ability
So
for dodging immediate danger and confusing enemies with deceiving illusions.
Target an area. Phantom Lancer and all nearby illusions disappear for 1 second, then have their position shuffled in the target area. Oh, so we're just Chaos Knight now. This creates 2 illusions of opposite types. Deals. Oh, it takes 100% damage. Okay. Deals 20% damage. Okay.
Yeah.
But no invisibility, obviously.
But no invisibility.
So now we have to build Blink, basically.
Yeah. But you do get a 1 second disappearance, which will probably have some kind of graphic. And you can dodge incoming projectiles.
I get it. You have to build Blink on Phantom Lancer. That's what this is. No more Rush Diffusal Blade on Phantom Lancer.
It also means that when people are going in to kill Phantom Lancer, he can't just invis away anymore at all. He's got no mechanic to do that now. Like
Yeah.
if they kill, if they can keep their eye on all the Phantom Lancers and they can kill them
Yeah.
all, then that's a confirmed Phantom Lancer
You
kill.
have to build Blink now on Phantom Lancer.
Yep. And then Juxtapose is now the ultimate, but works for both Phantom Lancer and the Illusions. And you'd have to tell me whether they've changed the stats at all.
Hold on, let me just finish reading this.
Yeah.
This is also big because this takes away his magic resistance. That was part of his ult. It's a big deal.
Does indeed.
Okay. This is more of an early game hero now. This is not the hold on for late as much. Really low mana cost, which is good because God, he doesn't have any mana anyway. Cast range, illusion gather range. Okay. Oh, illusion, that's a big illusion gather range. Interesting. This is gonna make like Kunkka really good against Phantom Lancer.
Yes, it is. I can't wait.
And Lena and all those heroes.
But
it dodges incoming projectiles, so if you can time it right. Okay. This is a nerf. This is a nerf, I'm saying it.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's a total change in playstyle. But anyway, we've got Ricky coming up, so don't get all hung up on this. I'm gonna keep bringing that up. Phoenix added Ags, which basically means
Phoenix. Like, okay.
And you're a captain's mode guy, but let's just very quickly. It basically means that now can cast Supernova on an allied hero and take them into the orb.
Whoa!
With it.
So like Tusk?
Kind of like Tusk. What it doesn't say, but I'm assuming, is that assuming that it works and the orb doesn't get destroyed, they'll both come out with full health and full mana. That's what I'm assuming.
That. Oh well, yeah.
It doesn't actually say that.
Yeah, you're right. I assume you're right. Yes.
But again, only with Ags, and obviously both heroes will die if it is destroyed.
Pudge turn rate improved. I guess fine, whatever.
Oh,
Puck, Dreamcoat no longer ignores the level units or illusions. Oh, that's big. Aghanim Sector stun. That's a pretty long. I don't know. I think he needs a bigger Ags upgrade. No one's gonna buy that Ags, dude. But whatever. All right, cool.
I gotta say, I've got a Pudge player who's actually really happy about that turn radius buff.
No, I think for good Pudge player, it's good. I think it's good for good Pudge players. Not a big deal for bad Pudge players, which is good. I think it's good. I'm okay. I get it. Life Drain can now be targeted on allies. Now I drain his own life into them. Whoa! So that like he's Oracle now. Oracle guys. We don't need him. I got this.
It's Medic Pugner. Queen of Pain. Blah blah blah.
Queen of Pain. Base attack time. That's a big deal. Move the unit targeting his Sonic Wave. That's good. Sonic Wave final area effect. Okay, this is a buff. It's good. These are good buffs. She needs this.
Yeah, she needed that. But it's nothing interesting.
New nerf. Okay. Minimum damage from. That's not a nerf. Oh, yes, it is. There's no verb. You keep leaving out the verbs. It's confusing me. All right, good. Nerf him. No longer ignores Lincoln Sphere. Good.
I think what they've done here is that they've set it up, and with a lot of them, for example, when it goes from 20, 30, 40, 50 to 50, they can't say that it's just an increase because at level 4 it isn't. But for some reason, they haven't just put rescaled, which is what they should be saying.
Yeah, they're just missing their verbs.
They just aren't using the word rescaled.
But
Eye of the Storm no longer linked through Aegis Reincarnation. I mean I'm sorry, that's a fix. That's not a
good
buff or a nerf. That's a bloody fix.
Good.
Come on.
Finally, Wraith King is playable against Raider. Good God.
Anyway, right, Ricky.
All right, Ricky, let's do this, boys. All right, I'm afraid. Hold me, Grumble. I'm trembling. All right, base movement speed reduced from 300 to 290. Okay, base damage reduced by 10. Because base damage is already terrible to start. Base HP reduced by 1.5 to the default 0.25. Permanent Invisibility is now a basic ability.
Here we go.
Whoa.
The fade delay is increased.
Fade delay is totally different, okay? It's still a huge buff, though.
Yeah.
Permanent now provides the... Blink Strike is now an ultimate and can target... It's an ultimate? Oh, that's a nerf. That hurts. He needs Blink Strike.
Wait.
All right, okay. Reduced? Then why would it even have bonus damage if we're doing this? But whatever, okay. Blink Strike now is 3, 4, 5 charges with... Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Blink Strike mana cost reduced from 50 to 40. Okay. 40 mana ultimate. Too strong. Whoa, dude. Whoa.
So, like, what I'm seeing with this is you go up to the enemy team at the right time, and it's just pow, 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 pow,
No.
and out.
This is more about chasing one as a Ricky player. This is more about this is still chasing the isolated guy, because the problem before was you would blink on them and they'd be like, okay, I just need I need a little bit more, but you couldn't do it. This is still much more powerful isolated. It's not that great in team fights because you don't really blinking around that much, because you're gonna get revealed.
But it
No,
doesn't
this
matter.
is
You can shift queue it so that you can blink constantly all 5 and do
why
just
not just
chain
blink
across
strike?
them. For example,
Just
or
blink
you
strike
could
on the.
combo it with a Magnus RP and give Ricky a cleave.
But you're it's better to do it all on one target, is what I'm saying, than to jump around to 3 different heroes.
I
It's
think if
better
you
to like do it like Ember Spirit, where you do it all at once. There's no reason to spread it out.
I disagree.
Blink Strike also gives a free base attack.
Or if you're gank, you can gank 2 heroes and get
Yeah, Blink
two
Strike
two free
itself,
blink strikes on one and 3 on the other.
there's just no reason to do it that way. Here, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't provide you a lot of benefit to spread it out. Because they don't have any type of AoE, they're all single target. It's much better to, assuming that both heroes are at relatively full health, unless like if they're both like one's really low, then yes, you're right. But otherwise, it's better to do this on a single target, I would argue, than to spread it out. There's no reason to do it on 3 different heroes. Then what's better? To do 100 damage to 3 different heroes, or to do 300 damage to one hero?
What's the
Former.
range on blink strike? How far away can you blink from?
It's
800.
not that big.
800.
Oh, they changed it. Yeah.
700 to 800, right? So imagine you've got a
Yes.
team fight, big group of people coming down mid, and then say they're sieging your tier 3s, and they're all within easily a 500 radius area. Now your whole team is doing stuff, and their whole team is doing stuff. You can start off on the left-hand side. Then you can work out whatever chain you want, focusing on the supports and whatever. You don't touch the ground.
But
At no
one
point
blink
are you
strike
even
doesn't do that much
exposed to any
damage.
danger,
But
and
it
you can
doesn't-
do 5. Just
One-
bam, 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 bam.
One blink strike, even when even in like 25 minutes in, one blink strike is gonna do 150 damage, 200 damage maybe, but probably not. Probably just 150 damage.
But isn't it a damage multiplier? Because it takes
No,
you behind the
backstab
target.
is-
But yeah, but it
Yeah, but
takes
yeah.
it always takes you behind the
That's what I'm
target, so it's a
saying. But you
2.5
don't do
damage
that much
multiplier.
damage.
You
Yeah,
you
so it's
buy
good.
crits. You buy crits, high damage items, and you can just blink through the enemy team
But
worse than an enemy Storm Spirit because
I
you've
hear
got
you,
a
I'm just
more
saying,
than a double damage rune for every single hit. If you've got a
But
Daedalus
but
damage
Storm
and
Spirit
anything,
has
he'll just destroy them.
Spirit has AoE. Okay.
You don't
So when he
need.
blinks around, he's blinking around and doing damage and AoEs, multiplying it. Here's what I'm saying. A blink strike. Let's say 25 minutes in, your blink strike's doing 150 damage. Okay, that's maybe 200 damage. Okay. I hear what you're saying about being able to use it to manipulate a team fight, and I think you're somewhat right. But if you have 150 damage, would you rather do 5 charges on a single target and do um 750 damage? So
Okay,
you can kill
well,
one person.
You'd obviously want to do
or-
that, but if you've got 5 charges and you've actually built like a position 1 with damage items, like this is going to totally change the skill build for Ricky. I appreciate that, but if you've gone for high damage crits, Daedalus, whatever else you want, I
have to
think
build
you would.
agi
I
items
think
on
you
Ricky.
might do 5 jumps. You might hit the carry on the way in, 3 on one of the supports at the back, the carry on the way out, and then someone else to get away, or something like that. I don't know.
I
But-
think it's great because you can use it to initiate an escape. I don't think
Yep.
for damage-wise it's smart to distribute, but I think we discussed enough.
I think this can be huge. Like especially also as well, if you're chasing people down, they're generally running away in a line. You target the
My
person at the
concern
back, then the
about
person
this
ahead,
is
then the
that-
person ahead.
Here's what
You
I
start
think.
killing
Here's
them.
what I think.
Your
And
team
here's
catch
why
up.
I'm happy about this. You should play Ricky as the solo. I say this now. I'm calling it.
I think you're wrong.
If permanent invisibility is a level 1 ability, there's no reason why he should not be bounty hunter. He should not be a position 1. It makes no sense. He's like Faceless Void. He's the one who's going to scale.
hmm
I mean, it's the 3 who's going to scale. That's what I think.
We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Great. So I think it's good. I think it's good.
Anyway, Shadow Demon, your reaction.
At least it didn't just
everyone
take him out of captain's mode. Just take all of my heroes out of captain's mode.
Right, so Soul Catcher now amplifies damage by 20, 30, 40, 50 instead of redealing the damage as 20, 30, 50%
not
of the
good.
damage that was done.
Nerf. Get nerfed.
Yeah.
Why did we nerf Shadow Demon? Was he like really OP or something and no one told everyone about it?
I mean, he's a decent hero. He's
He's
commonly
good.
picked.
I'm probably Shadow Demon, but it wasn't bad.
Necromancer, okay, Shadow Fiend.
Okay, I'm gonna set there. Okay, cool. Necromastery soul cap increased. Okay, that's good.
Slightly better. Yep.
Hmm?
Requiem of Souls
Now
debuff.
platform wave hits instead of a slightly smaller area. Apparently, okay, good. Okay, so all buffs.
All buffs. Fairly. Shadow Fiend now slightly better.
Okay,
And it's
whatever.
slightly
I
harder
don't
to
really
get
like
away
Shadow
from him.
Fiends. I'm not happy about it, but it seems reasonable.
It's not huge, yeah. Shackle's
Right.
mana cost rebalanced, so it's now worse at the early game. It's going to be more expensive
No,
to
no,
go
no.
for those level 1
Oh
kills.
yeah, you're right. Okay. All right.
Late game, it's slightly less, but late game you should have the mana to deal with it.
He was
And the
too good.
cooldown for
So
wards is slightly increased as well.
this is good. This is reasonable.
Um,
All right.
I guess. I'm really sad about that extra 30 mana early game. Like, to me, that is like
He's so good.
a punch in the gut.
He's really good. Hero.
He is, yeah, sure, but I like to be able to at least guarantee 2 of them. Now at this stage, you're going to have some kind of mana
I want to be
regen.
able to guarantee everything on all the heroes. I like to play too, Grumble, but I mean, he's OP.
Hey.
He's gonna get nerfed.
We're also getting to the area where I haven't got notes beyond this point, I don't think. Or getting there anyway. I've still got a few.
Libby's
Davidos?
gonna come get on. I think. Hold on.
Cool.
We're on Skype now because Steam is being weird. Never mind. So she's not gonna get on the call yet. Okay.
All right. Silencer.
Silencer.
Glaives
With
of Wisdom.
charge damage. There's no verb, so let me do the math.
Increased.
Good. Good. Oh wait.
Increased.
He's already really annoying.
Yeah. So now, the more
50
intelligence he
mana
has.
at level 16. 50 mana at level 16. Oh no, he's unplayable. Oh god, because he never has any mana in the late game. It's not like he just steals everyone's intelligence or anything.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous.
Yikes,
And actually,
get buff Silencer. Wow, he's pretty good, dude.
it's basically now 100% of his intelligence is added onto his damage, which is huge.
Dude's getting buffed.
Skyroth Mage. Concussive shots.
Shot movement slow rebalanced. Okay.
From 40 to slightly worse to slightly better.
It's disjointable.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah, because that was one of those annoying abilities. And one of the reasons Skyroth Mage was picked up so often in the metagame, I think, is because he had that reliable thing that you could follow to track down heroes to blink away. And
Is
of course,
Arcane
everyone
Bolt
has blink
disjointable?
damage.
I don't think it is, but it's really slow. That
I
seems fair.
think it might be.
It's not.
I thought that one of Skyroth Major things was and one wasn't, and that this now meant that they
I
both
thought they
weren't.
both weren't.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay.
Mystic Flare damage is now dealt over 2.2 seconds instead of 2 seconds. That's a nerf. It's less damage per second then. And I like that because it means that if it's rewarding your quick reflexes even more. You can avoid a lot of the damage from Skyroth, either by getting in there with your carry so that they don't take too much because it's shared between you, or if you're the carry, by getting the hell out of there.
If it was me, I would have increased the damage slightly and raised it all the way up to 2.5.
I've just had a Skyroth Mage player. It's Arcane Bolt is not disjointable.
Okay, I didn't think so. One's disjointable and one isn't. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
So Mystic Flare damage is now 2.5 seconds.
2.2.
Over 2.5 seconds. That's good. I like this because I mean 2.2, but I think it would be better if they increased the damage even slightly and made it 2.5 seconds because I want to make it more of a skill shot. And you need a setup to do it. But this is still a good change. I think this is the right direction. Anyway.
Okay. And Skyroth player Dodo Bird, many thanks, says Rod of Aoi now pretty much an essential pickup for the Skyroth Mage, and I can see that. I can completely see that.
Good point. All right, Slithering crushed, stun duration increased. Slardar started to get pretty good, dude. People have been picking him.
He really is, yeah. I'm just always hesitant to call him a really good position 1, and I'm not sure where else he should really be played. That's the only reason I don't play him. He's actually an amazing hero.
Maybe aggro try. I don't know. He's a tough hero to lane. I agree. It's tricky. All right. Slark. He's a good dual lane hero. That's the problem with Slardar. He's a great dual laner.
I'll give you that.
Anyway, Slark is no longer visible in Chronosphere during Shadow Dance, so that exception has been removed. So now
no more Faceless Void to counter Slark.
Find Slark. You can't do it. All right. Sniper. Headshot count 0.5 seconds, 100% movement speed and attack speed slow instead of a. Whoa!
This is huge.
Whoa!
This is huge.
Dude, this is like maybe the biggest hero rework change in the whole patch. Honestly.
This I think is a nerf.
How is this a nerf?
Because he can't interrupt TPs. Or any channeled ability.
Yeah, but it's way better for kiting. I mean, yeah, I see. Okay,
sure. Yeah, no, I can see your point. And also 0.5 seconds is so long. And it's effectively a stun from a combat perspective. But the problem before with Sniper, and the reason he would rack up so many kills, is because you couldn't TP away from him.
Whoa, but like still though, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, and also a shrapnel area of effect increase. That's also actually a big deal.
It
Shrapnel
is.
is a
It
very
is.
very powerful spell.
Okay.
But you're right. It makes Sniper more effective as a fighter and less
Mhm.
effective at cancelling stuns, which is actually a pretty big part of why he's picked up. Like
Mhm.
most of the times in pro games you see the Sniper picked up, the enemy has some channeled ability. Like that's the way I often read Sniper games anyway. There's just something there that or they really want to shut down on TPs or something like that. Anywho,
Spectre, I like this change. More of a skill shot. I like it. Okay. Um, Charge of Darkness cooldown increased. Whoa.
Spirit Breaker.
Whoa. That's something, boys.
Oh, we're getting to
Charge of
some
Darkness
really good stuff. In fact,
is
I'm going to
now
scroll up so
triggered
people on Twitch can't see
when
it.
charge hits its target is cancelled instead of when cast. I don't understand.
So what it basically means it's now a bit like a blink dagger. You can charge every 12 seconds, right?
Hmm.
If you hit your target or you cancel a charge, you start the 12 seconds again. So you can't just charge in and
Oh,
because
I
it
get
was
it. I
right
get
across
it.
the
I
map,
get it.
charge out again immediately. A bit like a blink dagger. Once you've reached a certain condition, in this case hitting a target or cancelling, that's when you've got to start waiting for 12 seconds.
That seems like a good. Otherwise, it'd be ridiculously OP. But okay.
I like it. Yeah, what it means is I think it could be less than 12. I'd be happier if it was less than 12, but I like what they're thinking and I like what
I
they're
think it's
doing with
all
it.
pretty low.
What it means is he can get in. He's then got to fight or be a presence or stay alive at least for 12 seconds, and then he can charge out.
Mhm.
Before, it was only really big team fights
Yeah,
that
but
you were
it was
able
a
to
35
charge
second
out of.
cooldown anyway, and you weren't going to be charging for more than 20 seconds. So I think it's about the same in that sense. It's just it's really just lowering the
No,
cooldown and not lowering its
it's a,
not
it's a.
making a different ability.
I'm pretty sure it's a huge buff in that sense. You would not
But I
normally be
agree.
charging for anywhere like 20 seconds.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right, agreed.
especially late in the
Agreed.
game, you generally charge for about 5, maybe 10, even if
I
it's all the
agree.
way across the map.
I agree. I totally agree. Empowering haste can now be cast through improve the aura for 60 seconds. After you use the aura, it's 50% weaker while the ability is on cooldown.
That's huge. It's a bit like a drum
Interesting.
now.
Yeah, I wish it was more of a. I wish it was more of a difference though, because it's not that. It's like 18 to 27%. Okay, fine. I think it should have been more, but okay.
Yeah,
Greater bash damage. I think it'd be cool. They should just make it a bigger deal when it's active and a bigger deal when it's inactive. Like make it 0 when it's inactive and make it, 50% when it's active. That's what I would have done.
and there's another aspect to this as well, which ties in with the
Greater
last bullet point, which is
greater bash damage from 20 to Okay, all right, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I agree. So you can cast it while you're charging, and now it's part of the combo. That's cool.
well, what it
I
means
would have made it.
is
No,
you've
I
now
get it. I
got
get it.
you've an extra 50% to your movement speed
Yeah, yeah,
or whatever it is,
yeah. I get it.
and
I
and
get
then
it.
you take additional damage. Like, and the other thing is greater bash early levels on Spirit Breaker deals massive damage. You can
It
take off a
does.
quarter of a support's health in one hit if you get a bash.
I don't know.
Now
Okay,
you're getting
whatever.
double the bonus at level 1. It doesn't change anything at level 4, it's straight 40%. But at level 1, it's 22%. That's huge. That's an extra
All
60
lightning.
damage.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think it's a
22% of
buff.
a 300 movement speed hero is 60 damage.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'd say it's
All
huge.
lightning mana cost per 100 units. I guess that's a nerf. I don't know what that is, but okay.
It,
I
it,
don't, I don't know
it,
what this. I can't parse this immediately.
it means that long trips will be cheaper. Little instances of ball lightning.
Holy crap! We still have items to do. Okay, we're not going to be able to play a game and finish this tonight. Which one do we want to do? I'm fine with either.
Oh my gosh, 1 o'clock. Let's finish the heroes, and then maybe
Okay.
play a game. We can come back and do the items another time.
Okay.
All right, Sven, and I can
Finish
speed
the
this up a
heroes,
bit.
but not the
Sven,
items.
this is huge, especially for support Sven players. Added
Well,
Aghanim
activated.
Scepter. God's
God
Strength
strength
grants an
grants an
allied
allied
aura
aura. Oh, supports friends back, boys.
40, 60,
He's
80%
back.
of base
This is what
damage.
they should do with Wraith King's crit while we're here. But I haven't gotten to Wraith King, so don't tell me anything. All right. Okay. Cool.
So that's the thing.
Techies. Yes.
Techies,
Landmines. Is it nerf? Please tell me it's nerf.
cooldown reduced.
Nerf. Cooldown is.
Stasis.
Oh, it's
It's a bunch of different balances.
active. Okay, whatever. Okay, it's nerf. 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 Buff. Okay, well, alright, whatever. We'll have to see how that works out.
Yeah.
Psionic Trap cooldown buff.
Buff.
Fine.
Terrorblade enabled in captain's
Everybody's
mode.
Whoa! And a lower cap. Ooh, he's a good hero. He's not a bad hero, dude.
That's going to be huge now. He's one of the best AG carries in the game, I would say.
He's good, dude. That's a good hero. He's gonna get picked. Alright. I'm gonna learn me some Terrorblade. I took PL out. Gosh, that's my only choice. Anchor smash damage reduction. Good. Nerf him. Early on. He's too strong early. Timbersaw added Agonom Scepter. Grants Timbersaw a second chakram. How is that even gonna work?
It'll be two keys.
Whoa. That's big, dude. I'm building Ags, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
that'll be huge.
We have to. You need all the mana for it.
And this also is huge for Tinker. March of the Machines no longer affect spell immune units.
Yay!
And I think, I'm not sure, Ancient Creeps are spell immune and are no longer affected by March of the Machines, so we can't stack Ancients. And I'm not sure whether that means that it can't affect towers.
It doesn't affect towers. Already.
Alright, okay, yeah, well then never mind. But that's huge.
But siege units, question mark? Spell them, are they?
They would, I think they are affected by...
They are now. They were before. I don't know if they are now or not.
They wouldn't be now. They're spell immune.
I'm not sure how that's categorized. Okay, well, good.
Yeah, good.
Mana cost reduced. Good. It was ridiculously high at the start. Now Nature's Guise is a legit level 1 ability or level 2 ability.
Added Agonum Scepter.
Grants a new ability. Eyes in the Forest, which allows Treant to enchant trees to spy as enemies and expand the overgrowth area effects. Oh, I get it. So it's like almost like Earth Spirit type things. I get it. Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but I like it.
Huge.
Is there any way to debuff the tree, or how long does it last?
If it's anything like the original Warcraft 3, forever.
Was this in Warcraft 3?
There was a fairly equivalent, not for anything like the tree end.
Enchanted trees great if overgrowth is.
I'm talking about Warcraft 3, not Dota 1.
If the enemy, he'll be able to see visual effects on both the affected tree, and so then now you have to buy quelling blades just to get rid of his trees.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether the enemy will be able to know which tree.
Both the affected area and the 800. If the enemy has True Sight, they will be able to see the visual effects on both the affected tree and the 800 area of the effect around it.
Okay. So it's effectively invis, and they're going to need something that can cut down a tree to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, but
Enigma though is going to be a great counter.
It doesn't appear to have a duration. It lasts forever. Whoa.
And also just the bonus to Overgrowth. Overgrowth is already an amazing ability.
Troll Warlord. Range rolling access cooldown decreased. Fine. Needs a little buff. Acquisition. I don't even know what that is. Oh. Oh, from like when you can target. Alright, cool. Sure. Little buffs. He needs it. Tusk. Ice Shards no longer stops when it hits a hero. Is that a buff? I guess it's more of a skill shot now. Now,
it's a buff. What it means?
No, it's a skill shot. This is a skill shot. No,
what it means is, yeah, it's harder to land in the sense that you've got to target it to an area, but it also means that it will land in the area you target it, even if you're casting it through all 5 of the enemy heroes to block them off at the back. Like previously, in a big team fight, what you would see is that it would split the enemy team, which maybe is what you want to be doing.
I like that.
But what it can do now,
snowball to jump into it. That way you can let your teammates decide. I'm sorry, you say what you're saying.
Well, yeah, the ice shard thing is going to be. And what else is it? Now travel until the cast location and create a blockade there.
So you can trap.
Cast range increased. No longer destroys trees. Yeah, I really like this. I think it means it goes exactly where you tell it effectively, rather than stopping when it hits heroes, destroying trees, and.
It's a skill shot and a buff.
Wow,
which
that's
is
huge.
What you should do. I like it. Tombstone area effect increased. This is a really good hero.
Right, okay, yeah, sorry. And then what you were saying about Tusk allies now have to click. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like.
Agonist had a flesh golem damage by 5% all levels per minute. Oh my god. Flesh golem slow roll increase from 9% to variable.
So just huge buffs.
Dude, he's already good. He doesn't get picked a lot, but he's good.
Huge buffs. Love the huge buffs.
Those undying aggro tries. Get ready, man. They're coming.
Right. Vengeful Spirit. Never swap range increase. I like it.
It's small but good. Libya's happy.
Yes.
I heard that earlier.
Poison Nova applies its debuff on spell immune enemies.
Oh, that's
But it doesn't deal damage. So it's
Yeah,
just the
okay.
slow?
Well, it doesn't deal damage, and once their spell immunity wears off, it will start dealing damage to them, and it's got
Okay.
quite a long duration.
Alright,
So
cool.
it,
Alright,
it,
I
it will
like
have a
it.
longer duration than any
Yeah.
form of magic immunity that I can think of. So it will
Okay.
do some damage. That's huge. That makes him a ridiculously OP teamfight hero now. Even if the whole mechanic of his ult is slightly like Suicide Squad a little bit. Like, "Hi-ya!" Run away, run away, run away. Quick question from Kay, and I actually don't know the answer. With regards to the Tusk, allies can now click in the snowball to jump into it. I'm not sure what level of choice that gives Tusk and the enemy heroes, like whether Tusk can still force people
I think
into
it's
it.
still both. Yes, you can do, but it seems to be both. From what I
Right.
would read it.
And
Okay.
do they still be putting automatically if they're close enough? Again,
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
Not
don't know.
enough deep.
I would guess it's all the same except you can jump in if you want, which is good.
So you can't be left behind. But
Yeah.
Tusk can still bully his entire team into coming with him. So that's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I
seems good.
love this fight, and you know what it's going to mean,
Okay.
Davide. You know
Alright. Protoss
exactly
can
what
now
it's going to mean.
only affects units within 1400 area of effect.
Fair,
Okay.
because it
Good.
made no
Yeah,
sense
that's
hitting
fair.
clockwork
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
other
no,
end of the map.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what this means.
It means we can 1v1 Viper.
Is that the only thing it does?
I don't think so. The other instances like Reflect, like your favorite Viper v Centaur lane, I'm not sure that that's going to work anymore.
No, because that's only a single reflection.
Well, there
And
are a
that's
couple of
reflect.
instances. It might be with
I don't
something
even
like
know what that
Spectre's
means.
Dispersion or something
That's
like
not a
that.
but yeah, return is not a reflection. He deals damage to you and then you deal damage back. But it's not
Yeah,
infinite. It just
sure,
happens one time.
but
But it means Morphling can't counter Viper anymore, and Darkseer.
yes, it means exactly that. You're no longer going to get into that nasty situation. It means you can do your 1v1 mids. I think there are a couple of other hero abilities where you do get that nasty chain going on, and I think it obviously will remove
The
those
only
as
one
well.
I know of is Morphling, because the only way to do that
Morphling
I've
or
ever
Darkseer
found
or something like that.
is create an illusion of Viper
Yeah.
or play Viper against Viper. That's the only thing I know.
So that'll be good because we can play 1v1 now, and we've wanted to do
Yeah,
that for
yeah, that will be
forever.
fun. All right,
Right, Visage. Familiar Stoneform cooldown from
good.
30 to
They
26.
need a little buff. Looks good. I like it.
Warlock.
All right,
Fatal.
Warlock.
Okay,
Now
this
shares the
should be
same
good.
damage
I
that is
haven't read
dealt
this.
to it before it is Fatal Bonus now shares the same damage type that is dealt to it before it is reduced. Okay. That sounds like a nerf, but alright. Fatal Bonds damage percentage increased. Okay, but they
It's
changed it. Okay, I see it.
interesting though.
They changed
It's
it from pure to whatever it is.
Oh, you know what it can do though? You know what it means?
What?
It means
What?
it can break salves and clarities because it's now dealt as damage rather
Yeah,
than HP
that's a great
removal.
point. That's a great point.
I I'm not
It's
sure.
good. And
I'm
they
not
increased
sure.
the
I
damage.
like it.
It's good.
I
It's
actually
good.
like it.
I
HP
like it.
removal, I'm not a fan.
Golem attack range increased from 100 to
Damage
225.
percentage increased. Attack range increased. That's huge. It makes sense. They're so massive.
Golem HP range increased. That big
HP regen.
increased. This is just buff after buff.
Flaming fist chance reduced. That was an armor reduction. Is that right?
Oh no, it was a like a damage bonus. It was like plus 100 damage bonus.
Oh, right,
It was really
okay.
big, but it's still overall a buff.
Compared to the attack speed and the base damage
Yeah, this is good,
and the
dude.
immolation range, I'd like
Warlock,
that. Yeah.
let's do it. I like Warlock.
Okay, Weaver. Swarm duration increased at low levels.
Is that the bugs?
The bugs. I love that.
Okay.
Shikuchi no longer ignores invisible units. I didn't know it did that, but that does make sense.
Yikes.
But damage reduction
doesn't
at
it
early
show
levels.
Doesn't it show when you hit somebody? Isn't there an animation? So won't you be able to tell if there's an invis unit?
Yes.
Mm.
Well, okay, but here's the question: is it an independent animation, or is it a change in the animation of the units that you're seeing Weaver move through?
That's what I don't know. I don't know.
That's
what I'm wondering. Okay, Shikuchi damage reduced from. Oh, okay. All right, that's a fair balance then. Gemini attack can now proc items. Whoa.
That's
Dude.
insane. That is.
I know it's a slight duration increase in the late game. I get it. But
that's
still,
insane. That is absolutely insane.
That's really big.
So that can proc
I'm gonna have to
crits,
take back
Mjolnir.
whatever I said about who was my other recent biggest change, Sniper. Like, dude.
But okay, but are they saying that? But they're not saying that it just benefits from unique attack modifiers. So the Geminate attack.
Why not? Yes, it does. Why wouldn't it?
Well, no, because it wouldn't, for example, carry Desolator. Because if they meant that, that's what they would have said. What it means is it can proc chance items. I don't know why they've made that. I can't think of a single other condition in the game which just says can now proc items rather than can now benefit from unique attack modifiers or
Alright, well, more to research on the Weaver.
But no, but I mean that's huge. Even if it is just crits or Mjolnir or something like that, that is huge.
Okay.
Um,
Wind Ranger. Shackle shot max latch. Okay, good. I like it. Wind run
that's
duration
big. Yeah,
increased. So buff. Okay.
all the
Well,
wave Windrunner
she's not
players, of
that
which we've got
bad,
many.
but okay. She's good.
Witch Doctor, Maledict area of effect
Good. It
increased
was
from
too small.
165 to 180, and Deathward bounces.
Now becomes Deathward attacks with regards. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever. That sounds like a bug. That's a bug fix. Reincarnation mana increased from 140 to 60. Was he OP before? I mean, it's not a huge deal, but why?
I think that's fair. But what they're trying to do is make both playing Wraith King and not and playing against Wraith King more sensitive to mana
Yeah,
drain.
but then give him a buff
Basically,
somewhere. No, I get it. I mean, it's fine. I'm not
or a
upset about
nerf.
the change, but that hurts. That's mean.
Yeah, it's a nerf.
But why? He wasn't OP.
He was a counter. He was a counter to a lot of
Right.
things.
Whatever.
I don't
Fine.
mind that a huge amount because also it's not a huge nerf. Like it's it's an extra thing to be wary of. It's an extra incentive to make sure you're tread swapping properly. It makes the game slightly harder. I agree,
I'm
but
not.
I
I don't
don't think it.
object to the change. I don't. I
Yeah,
think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
But give him something in return then. It's just mean. I think. I don't get it.
Mm.
But all right. Maybe this means I don't even like
Like
playing.
okay, I tell you what I would have liked if they'd given him a base intelligence buff to balance it.
Oh yeah,
Because
something like that. Or
then you've
whatever.
got the mana. You can't complain they've
Yeah.
taken away your mana.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if you've spent it all beforehand, that's your own downfall.
No. Yeah. There's something like that. I think it's a little harsh, but whatever.
Nerf due to a million wraiths in TI4, says K, and I think he's right. Static field area of effect increased
from 1,000 to 1,200. Okay. All right. Let's try to rush through these items. Let's try to do it really fast.
All right, really
I think
fast.
we can do it fast. All right.
Recipe cost
Recipe
reduced.
cost-
DA.
Good. Well, I don't like building armlets. So
AC.
whatever.
No longer
Or
displays
longer
debuffs
displays-
in the enemy if the
Ooh,
carrier is
good.
not visible. Very
Good.
useful.
Meaningful.
Yep.
Avatar spell immunity duration and cooldown are now tied to the hero instead of the item. Whoa! Buying a new Black King robe notwithstanding Avatar's duration. Whoa. Minimum duration increased from 4 to 5. Whoa. Still though, that's a big deal.
4 to 5 is huge. That's
Yeah, but
huge.
both are big. Both
but,
are really big.
But
you can't
the
rebuy
fact
BKB.
that you can't refresh your BKB is I mean, it's only going to affect those late games where you actually do end up refreshing
but
BKB.
that's like a big
but
deal.
that's always one of the things that you also hold back.
Yeah.
You
All
know,
right. Interesting.
Wow.
All right. Blink dagger.
gold
I
increase.
expected more from that, but that seems reasonable. I still think everyone's gonna buy it, but whatever. Now requires Soul Ring and 800 gold recipe instead of Perseverance.
So it still requires the point booster, or whatever the hell that
Yeah.
triple thing is called.
But this is actually bad, I think. Well, I don't know.
Well, it's
Because
cheaper.
this means you can't buy that Ring of Health in the early game to help you in the laning phase.
No, it'll depend on the hero as well. Like
Yeah,
some heroes will love the Soul Ring, some heroes
It's
will
good
prefer the
for Storm
Perseverance.
Spirit, but it's bad for Timbersaw, I would say.
Well, Storm Spirit squish. I don't know. Anyway,
Right, whatever. No
Uh,
longer grants
bottle
plus
gold
hit
increased to
damage, fine.
700. That hurts.
Good. No, that's needed. Too many bottles.
Oh man, I don't know. That
Teleportation cooldown reduced. Woohoo! Yeah, go put the
Wow,
travel.
that's massive.
All right.
I like that.
Yes.
Butterfly
Right,
now
good.
has an active ability, Flutter, which can be
You
cast
cast
to
to trade
trade
Butterfly's
Butterfly's evasion for 20% movement speed for 8 seconds.
That's not that much. I guess if you're running.
That's huge.
Someone better
20%.
have the evasion to run.
20%.
Better have the evasion.
No. All heroes are roughly the same. They all buy one pair of boots. Like any oomph to your movement speed is huge.
Phase is what? 14% though? It's basically phase.
Okay.
50%.
Okay. So you're chasing your dude.
He's got phase boots.
And
now,
you've got phase
instead
boots,
of
and
not
they've got phase boots, and you've got butterfly. So
You're
now
not
you win.
buying butterfly at a super early. It's fine. I'm not going to use that a lot. Oh yeah, that's not true. I'll spam
No.
it. I'm lying.
I think
I'll
that
spam it all
that
the
is a
time.
massive buff to butterfly. I'm buying butterfly all the more. Also, there's no
Alright,
extra
alright.
cost to it, and it
Oh, yeah,
basically
I guess
means
you're
that
right.
you
Why
will
not? I mean, why not? It's a buff. Fine.
win your
Now
chases,
stack, like,
and
all
you
the
will
normal
escape
accuracies.
easier. And
I
previously,
like the
butterfly
cloak
didn't
change.
help with that.
Good change. Okay, Crimson Guard.
Okay,
Removes
that's nice.
Vanguard and a Buckler. Good. Vanguard needed a buff. All right.
Wait,
And it
hold
also
on.
got a
Wait,
big recipe, though.
wait.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
I'm just trying to get this. Okay.
What? What's the question?
No, I'm just reading through the Crimson Guard stuff. Okay, so
Me
it's a
too. I'm still
Vanguard.
reading it. Okay.
It's got a
Provides
buckler.
HP, regen,
got an
and
active
same
as
block
well.
Stats. Okay.
80% chance. I mean,
Gives
that's
nearby
decent.
allied heroes +2 armor and a damage block shell that has 100% chance to block 50 damage. Okay. Whatever. I'm not buying this super early. This is kind of weird. Gives the wearer a chance to block damage from each coming attack based on whether or not the equipped hero is melee or range. I don't get this. Plus, it's like a buckler and a vanguard combined together, but it's 4,000 gold. I don't get it.
I don't. We'll see.
I'm not building this, but okay.
We'll see. We'll see. It's all good. Anyway,
buff
okay,
it later.
moving on because we've got to do these quickly. All right,
Dagon,
Dagon, intelligence bonus increased,
Good.
mana
Imaging
cost
burst,
increased.
Mana cost.
I kind of like
Good.
that.
Yeah, this is needed.
Diffusal
Okay,
blades, recipe decrease. I think that's very
Yay.
important, and it's going to make it much easier to upgrade it.
Yes.
Agility bonus
Agility
rebalanced
bonus.
effectively upwards. I think.
No, you don't buy Diffusal 2 half the games, and even then you buy it late. This is a nerf. It's not huge. It's fair for the recipe, but that's a nerf. I built a lot of Diffusal blades. Okay. Feedback rebalance at 20 to 36 for constant 35. I mean that's fine.
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal.
All right.
But that's fair. I think it's a small buff, but it's more of an early game item, which is good, which is what it needs to be. Like we were talking about PL and Ricky, and it's good. Okay.
Ethereal Blade now has a projectile. That's interesting. What I'm more interested, and it's going to make it much harder to do shotgun morphs. What I'm interested in particularly is whether that projectile is what's the word?
Sure, it is. It has to be. All projectiles are definable unless otherwise stated.
Yeah. So I'm assuming
it's really
is.
Fast.
I'm assuming it is.
It's really fast.
Yes.
So
clutch
it's only
clutch base.
Sort of.
Morphling isn't going to dominate the protein with the ease that he used to. Although he will be, he'll be jumping right next to him.
Dominating it right now.
That's true. That's true. Frostbite attack speed slowly increased. That's nice.
Ooh, Scotty buff. All right,
flying courier. Movement speed increase.
Good. Takes
That's
forever.
really quick, but takes 50% extra damage from melee heroes.
Okay, good. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Burst cooldown increased to 90 seconds. That's horrible.
You have to think about that speed burst now. You don't want to spam speed burst.
And the speed burst duration is reduced to 4 seconds.
What? It's just for escapes. It's just for escapes.
Yeah.
But it's bigger. It's bigger. It's your escapes now. I like it. It's more of a skill. More of a skill thing. Okay. Helm +3 health during duration. Okay, good. That's what it was. I don't know why I didn't have that before. I didn't like it.
Domination units don't have extra HP. They're Chen-like. So yeah, that's good. Put a Defiance.
Good.
Again, to match its components. Good. Lincoln Sphere.
Lincoln Sphere only drops Wrath of Nature initial bounce. Okay, fine. Lightning Storm. That's kind of a that's fine. Nether Ward no longer triggers Lincoln Sphere. Ooh. Lightning Bolt now triggers Lincoln Sphere when targeted at the ground. Oh, interesting. Master Mjolnir no longer trigger Lincoln Sphere. Okay. Alright, small, but some of those are buffs, but it's almost a nerf because now it's harder to pop it. I don't know. I think it's a nerf.
But I mean, but if you're saying it's harder to pop it, it's because more stuff's just going straight through it.
It's overall a buff. It's overall a buff by far, I would say.
But if everything if that's true, then just have everything go straight through it, and then it will never be removed, but it won't block anything. Oh god.
No, but you're saying you cannot waste something. You cannot throw a lightning bolt bounce. It's gonna happen anyway.
Anyway.
Pop Lincoln Sphere.
Anyway. Maelstrom.
AoE shouldn't pop Lincoln Sphere. I like it. Okay. Maelstrom damage.
Recipe increase.
Okay, it's an OP item, dude. It's an OP item.
It is.
I think it's still OP, but whatever. Mirror image vision type change from unobstructed flying to ground. They had unobstructed flying vision?
Right, so previously using Manta Style granted a brief, unobstructed 1,000 radius glimpse of the caster's surroundings.
Whoa.
Embarrassed to say I actually didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Seems like I should.
Okay.
And the recipe cost is reduced. I like that. I want to see more Mantas.
Fair.
Yeah.
I didn't like. This is good because I didn't even know that bonus was there. It would be weird to use. I think it's good.
Anyway, Mask of Madness recipe cost reduced. I like this. I seem to remember them raising it to 1,000 only a couple of patches ago. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
People are building a lot of moms. I don't really know that this was necessary. I don't get it. All right.
Mechanism. Mana cost increased. Ouch.
Support's already stopped building mech. It's just that only cores build it nowadays anyway.
And bears.
Now no one's going to build it.
Don't forget the bears. The bears will be building it.
Oh, they're not going to build it. Whatever.
Yeah, they are, dude.
They're not going to build it.
You mean the middle of the fight? Anyway. HP regeneration on the Pipe of Insight increased from 8 to 9 to match its components. That's just reflecting what we saw earlier with the cloak, and it's stupid. Refresher Orb. Reset cooldown to longer.
Are people building a lot of refreshers? I don't remember that. I guess on DP and stuff. Okay, alright. I guess it's to nerf some heroes. Silencer DP. Alright. Ringer protection buff. Ooh. Gold cost increased. Ooh. I don't like that. That messes a lot of my builds up. Man, we're going to have to rebuild so many builds.
We are going to have to rebuild a lot of builds.
Alright.
I like it though, because the heroes that I end up buying on are the ones where I need the armor. Like Doom.
Rumble. They buff sentry wards.
Called it. Not enough, but called it. And I
Shadow
know.
Walk
Well, actually, no.
visibility
Let
break
me have a look at it.
damage.
Maybe it is enough. Maybe it is enough.
Shadow Blade buff. Good. It needs it. It needs it bad. Shiva's
Ooh.
God no longer displays debuff enemy who carries visible. Need to be done anyway.
Gold
Ooh,
cost on
TPs
TPs.
decreased.
100
Ooh, that's big.
gold.
That's
100
big.
gold.
That's in my top 3 changes of the patch by far.
100 gold.
That's big.
I like
Okay,
it.
damage type. Damage types. The 3 primary, but they still got like 7 billion damage types. Magic immunity is now named Spell Immunity. Spell Immunity only defines if spells interact with it, not how damage itself. So it means that on its own spell does not reduce any damage. So okay, Black King are. Okay, so pure damage goes does
Through
full damage
magic
to
immunity.
BKB?
I think
Yeah,
so. I think that's what it's
that's what I'm
saying.
reading.
Kay's saying no more 7 billion types, only 3. I'm not sure that's true. I think
That's
there
not
might.
true.
I think we're still going to see
Who
the
knows? I mean,
subcategories of physical
they
and
should.
magical.
They should get rid of all that stuff. It's
They
stupid.
really. The reason they're keeping it in the game, I think, is to keep a couple of key mechanics true,
It's dumb.
and it's really hard to change. No, but
Rescale
for example, the whole mechanic with ranged creeps doing piercing damage, and that's why they are so much more powerful than ranged creeps in
Just
lane if they are
increase their
not getting
damage.
hit. But then if you increase their damage, it opens up
more damage to towers.
It's iffy.
Then nerf the damage. It's stupid. I don't like it.
It's
and
iffy. I agree with you though. It'd be a much simpler game if we didn't have chaos magic damage, for example. Like could not give you an example.
There have been a few abilities with balance in mind. In some cases, the intent is to maintain similar balance. In some cases, adjustment is to balance. Okay, so there's more changes. Acid free damage changed from composite to physical. Still produces spill immunity. Interesting.
Yep.
That's a buff.
Damage
Acid free damage reduced. We just increased it. Armor reduction, but it decreases the damage. Okay, I like this. This is better. Nightmare
but why
damage.
Why didn't they like mention? Never mind. Nightmare damage from HP removal to pure.
Wild access damage from positive physical. Wild access damage reduced. Okay, I get it. We talked about that one earlier. Primal damage split pulverized damage from magical that's similar to magical. Oh, so pulverized no longer splits damage, no longer pierces spell immunity. Doom damage type changed from magical that pierces spell immunity to pure that pierces. Okay, so but Doom is no longer magical. Damage. It's pure damage, Crumble.
Okay, but you could always Doom your BKB
but it's
targets.
Reduced.
Because it could always pierce spell immunity.
Yeah, but they still had magic resistance. Now they don't have magic resistance against Doom. Pipe doesn't help against Doom.
Good. Yes, of course, because it's pure. Right, awesome. Echo Slam initial attack is now the same magic type as the rest of the damage.
Whatever.
Midnight Pulse damage changed from magical that pierce to pure.
Oh, Midnight Pulse was pure damage.
I thought Midnight Pulse was HP removal anyway.
No, it's magical damage.
At 25% of their health pool. So now it's pure. So it's ignoring magic resistance, everything else like that, but slightly reduced.
Assumedly, it's roughly the same.
Yeah.
Diabolic damage not changed from closet to physical. Oh, Diabolic Edict is now straight up physical damage.
That's huge. With the damage reduction,
balance
it though. But it now deals 40% more damage to towers. Same overall damage per second.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. Fine. This is a simplification.
Laguna Blade.
I'm not gonna read all these.
Sorry. Have you seen True's name? Tinker is ruined.
Tinker's ruined.
Tinker is kind of ruined.
Thank God.
Yes.
All right. I'm not gonna read all these. Whatever.
Laguna Blade Agonum Scepter damage. Changed from magical
7 million
to pure.
To go, Grumble.
Well, no, we're close to the end. Laguna Blade Agonum Scepter no longer increases the damage.
I'm not gonna read all these. I get it. They're just changing the. We don't need to read all these. We really don't. But go scroll down to the bottom in the additional notes. That's the important part.
Additional notes. Composite damage. This damage type has been removed. There are no longer any abilities that use composite damage. It seems like most of them were switched to straight to physical. HP removal. This is no longer considered a damage type, and its remaining uses are as an alternative cost to mana for spells, for example, Sunray and Burning Spears, or as functional HP modifications, for example, Armlet and Sunder. These are now considered usage costs in the game and are never lethal. So
we took you out,
Necro
dude.
is now physical? Nope. Negative regeneration instead of HP removal. Interesting. Heartstopper Robot, now negative regeneration. Okay.
I like it. I like it, dude.
I like it. Additional changes, user interface.
All right.
Screw it.
Additional changes.
New chat
Libby's
wheel.
not gonna play a game tonight anyway, so we're fine.
Okay.
Shadow Fiend bot, Bloodseeker bot, Skywrath Mage bot. Cool. User interface. When the courier receives a delivered order, will now morph into the courier. Yep.
Yep. Net worth craft now includes consumable items. Good. New alt clicks. Alt click the clock to print the current game time. That's always been needed. Alt click bottle with the stored rune to print out the rune name. Good. Alt click enemy heroes to warn your teammates.
Yes.
Hero abilities. Good. All of these stuff we've been saying. Alt click the quick buy to say how much gold is needed to complete that item.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. New chat wheel options. I don't care.
Don't care.
Although the GG one does count as calling GG in an official game, so heads up, boys.
Ooh.
Fix the item select dialogue. I don't care. Fix not being able to remove gems from a ward or hunt. Whatever. I guess that's good for traders. Showcase hero and profile not using the correct kinetic gen animation. Yes, that sounds good. Snowball and X marks the spot. Now respect the disable help setting.
I have no idea what that's talking about.
I have no idea what that's talking about either. So that's interesting.
Okay.
All right. Well, are we gonna have a game?
Yeah, I'll be on in just a second.
All right. I'm also gonna take a quick break. So yeah, many thanks to anybody who's tuning in on stream. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're one of. I see we've got a couple of old faces around as well. Thanks for hanging out. Just gonna pop some music on, and then we'll be, because I gotta go AFK, and then we'll be right back with some games. I'm hoping, possibly only one game. Not sure, but let me just drop the beats. Dust beats, where are they? See you in a second, boys.